Hello, everybody. We are here for a Game of Thrones.
The Game of Thrones. The only game that matters in a very real and legally binding sense.
My name is Steven.
My name's not Steven. My name's Robert.
Hello, Robert. We are looking at the Kingslayer tournament.
The Kingslayer tournament.
GenCon 2015. Kenny Tam on the left, Kevin Shee on the right. And important to note here, guys, this is a very interesting representation of the game. Because it was core set only.
One core set.
Core set, and you can use loyal cards from either house that you are allied with or bannered with,
it's
as the game suggests.
And shall never be viable in the future.
You will never see this again in the game's history. This is
once in a lifetime.
This is the top table of the conclusion of the Swiss tournament that was held at GenCon. And we see Greyjoy Lannister from Kevin and Lannister Targaryen from Kenny.
Man, everybody wants those Lannisters.
Yeah, what's up with the old Lannisters?
Everybody who sees the gold say yeah.
we see
the Lannisters are saying yeah all over the place.
Tywin just sits there and says yeah the whole day. yeah. His family comes in and is like, hey, we need things. We're needy. And he's like, yeah, I get it.
Whatever.
We've got Kenny really looks like dominating on the setup here. Not really dominating. That's a bit hyperbolic there. We got Jaime out. He's a killer, especially in this kind of a format. Very limited. Viserys Viserys, depending on what part of the country you're from. And also a loyalist there that's going to reduce the cost of a Targaryen card.
If I said I was into Maple and Sage, would you know where I was from?
I would know. I would certainly know.
What would you say?
The north.
Oh, okay. That's correct.
And then we also have Asha, who is brilliant. We have the Sea Tower there, which is the Greyjoy reducer. And we have some Greyjoy big swingers. 3 cost, 3 strength, military power, and they have pillage. These guys are the crew, and they're
going to be doing some work.
Just a great little... this is what we like about Game of Thrones. The new second edition, we get just some great standard units. And as weird as it is to be excited about that, we are. Robert and I are.
It's one of those things. They represent the average guy out there who's caught up in this Game of Thrones, and you're not always a lord and lady. Sometimes you're just a guy with 2 icons and traits and no abilities.
You just get pointed at a fishing village.
Yeah.
And you gotta go do your job.
Go attack it. Yes, me lord.
You gotta go do your job. That's right. Lord. We see the what I believe is the alt art Game of Thrones over there on Kenny's side, and then the new Calm Over Westeros on Kevin's side.
Which, the Calm Over Westeros, if you're into Game of Thrones lore, only lasted for about 5 seconds. That's a very true and accurate fact.
I think that's actually a bit generous.
Okay, I'm taking it back. It never actually happened. It's a myth. It's a myth, just like the Children of the Forest.
Well, let's talk about the card in general.
And Bran being interesting.
Bran being interesting is the biggest myth of all. You get entire chapters of nothing. 531 is the Common Westeros. It's a summer plot. It's a 6 reserve. You can only have 1 in your deck, and you name a challenge type, and until you reveal a new plot card, reduce the claim value on the attacking player's revealed plot card by 1 during the challenge of that type. It's basically a more balanced loyalty money can buy for those of you who played first edition. And I stole your thunder, and assuming the higher gold curve, it really is right about at the exact same spot.
Yeah, that's true.
We got the Tickler on the board. Let's have a Lannister Greyjoy, reduces the opponent's reserve by 1. And we had another little Lannister reducer, looks like, coming out over there.
That's right.
Kenny drops down his own Tickler.
Mirror match.
We're tickling, and then we have Pycelle.
Man, that Tickler card is unbelievable. For those of you who don't know, he has an ability where he'll make his, I think, a dominance action, actually, and then you discard a card, and if there's 1 in play, you discard a copy of that card as well.
Now, this is an old effect, man, that was from the old... I forget who it was. There was an old Greyjoy card that did this. Euron's Mongrel.
The Mongrel.
Was the name.
Oh, yeah.
When a card is discarded, if there's a copy in play, you discard it.
Which was very tempting back in the day.
It was tempting, but the Tickler just does it better. He's got a good set of icons. He's 2 strength,
military
for 2 cost.
intrigue.
Military intrigue, our favorites. And then you may as well just kind of use that action if you got it and if you want to.
And you know that we got it.
We got it. We've got an intrigue challenge coming in here from Kevin. It looks like a 4 strength.
What? Oh, kneeling him down.
I assume it's an intrigue.
Could very well be. Let's get the icon match.
Defend. Anybody else going to defend? Let's keep an eye on it.
Wait for it. Is the Tickler jumping in? Because that ability to me is just the bee's knees.
I mean, it can be devastating. And if you think about a tournament like this, though, probably not that devastating, right?
Yeah, because there's only one copy, one core
Very
set.
rare copies. Now, some of the non-uniques you might have two of. And, oh man, the Kraken's Grasp.
Gracious.
Reduce Jaime's strength to 0.
0 zilch, nada.
Choose a character, 5 strength or less. Reduce their strength to 0. The Greyjoy Trickery.
That is unbelievable, man.
At the premium.
How is that even fair?
Well, you know what? I built a couple Greyjoy decks here. We don't even have the core sets yet, but I built a couple Greyjoy decks, and it didn't even make it in.
What?
I know.
What?
I know. I think it's wrong.
Heresy.
And then we have a military or power challenge. My guess would be a military challenge.
Got to go for that mill.
And remember, Asha's going to stand if it's unopposed.
There it is.
And there it happens.
She has stealth, so that makes that nice and easy.
Just gorgeous.
Oh,
and then put to the sword,
goodness.
Jaime. Just murder.
Talk about
Kevin.
Death awaits you all.
Just playing the Game of Thrones like we know it. Everything dying.
Yes.
Well, I didn't know that card was there.
I'm sorry, Jaime. I'm not just going to cut off your hand.
I didn't know what you could do that. This is the beauty of these tournaments. And then power challenge, stealthing Viserys. Viserys, can we decide how to say that?
I'm going to say. But I like Viserys better.
And Asha stands back up. It sounds like the kind of thing a Targaryen would come up with, right?
Yes.
Viserys.
Rhaegar. They're a little pretentious with their naming conventions.
A little pretentious.
A little.
Man, but Kevin coming out of that turn completely on top of the world.
Man, that was a great turn for the old Greyjoys.
This is an incredible turn, and Kenny's on the back foot here. There's just no way around it.
The Kraken is mightier than the dragon.
He's now really kind of gotten his best character, eliminated. Asha Greyjoy doing serious work here on the other side of the board. We have 2 economy locations to 1. Kenny behind here is going to need to catch up. He's going to have to really outplay, especially starting with the plot phase. He's going to have to call this next round very, very well. And,
you're right.
There we go. We got 1 drop.
You're so right.
We've got 2 drop. Now, important to note, also, Kenny was killing it in the Conquest tournament.
No way.
So he was, I think he got top 4 in Conquest.
Well, good for him. He's a double threat here.
Looks like we got Winds of Winter. Is that right? Or is that the Wolf Howley one?
I can't tell. We got a Summoning.
I see that massive 2 clan.
And I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the other one is. I'm going to...
No, it's that one where you can't initiate a challenge. We've got summons from Kevin, and then we have the old 2 clanmer.
Man, what's it called?
I'll make it happen.
What's it called? We're going to do a little real-time research here.
We don't even have the core sets yet. I'm amazed we got this
RTR.
far.
Yeah, that's true.
Just through obsession alone.
That's true.
Through looking at card images.
You boys want to look at some cards you don't have?
Yeah, exactly.
I do. I definitely do. I do that all the time.
That's kind of one of the most fun things about the entire card game experience, honestly.
Yeah, the new stuff that you don't have yet.
Just look at cards.
And you start just salivating. It's like, I can't wait for that. It's worth it.
I'm salivating right now, just looking at it.
Oh, that sneak attack?
That plot, guys, called Sneak Attack. It's a 5/11/2, which you guys know because you just saw it.
Great plot.
You cannot initiate more than 1 challenge during the challenges phase. A scheme. So you get 1 2-claim plot, and then you can't do anything else. 5/11/2. Great gold curve on this. I sure do like this plot, Robert. I sure do like this plot.
I like it a lot, too. It's way better than what I think it's trying to replicate from 1.0, which is Take Them by Surprise.
I'll tell you what, man.
Or it's a cross between Take Them by Surprise and what's the other one called? The 3-claim one?
Yeah, the...
what's that called?
I know exactly what it's called. I know what it's called.
Today.
I can see it.
My apologies, everybody at home.
I can see it on
or
my
at work,
focused offense.
Focused offense, or potentially in the bathroom.
Sneak Attack is a great opening plot, man.
That's true.
Right? It's like you go first, you get a 2-claim intrigue.
What if you just open up with intrigue and you're Lannister?
That's what you do, because the power challenge doesn't matter. Military challenge,
and it's a scheme. Makes sense.
I like that you can play it either military or intrigue. If they don't play a lot of characters, hit them with the military. If they got a bunch of weenies on the board, hit them with the cards.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Attack.
I'm going to have to remember that one for later.
Does that card have Bran on it?
Let's hope. I'm hoping he's the guy with the sword there. I don't think that actually ever happened.
Our old friend, the Moneylender.
Oh, man. Lannisport Moneylender.
Would anyone like two strength intrigue and a gold?
He's 50% less rich than he was before, but no one really minds.
But he looks as good.
Yeah, he still looks as happy.
Here's the tale of this game. 2 events in Kevin's discard pile, none in Kenny's. And that's what we see. We see the reckoning of that on the board here. The beauty of this game is in those kinds of bizarre, crazy, swingy type effects. And also, Kevin using these Martell power tokens. And over here, Kenny on the Baratheon tokens. I'm just Now I'm just backwards. Who's gaining power for who?
I don't know, yeah.
Is this a switch up? Is this a con?
Yeah, there's only supposed to be 2 houses here, and there's even Martell power icons down here that we're looking at in the future.
We know the Martells aren't getting power.
So wait, we're spending money from Dorne. We're claiming power from the Westerlands.
That's actually not terribly unreal.
No, that's actually, I think everybody should be claiming power for the Lannisters.
And then spending gold from the Baratheons. Now,
yes.
That's a bit interesting.
Well, they're getting bankrolled by Bravos these days.
That's fair.
So I guess that's the tie-in there.
That's fair.
Spoiler alert.
And I guess the Lannisters kind of buying them. We no longer engage in spoiler alerts on Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
George is going to die before
fair.
we get the next book, so it doesn't matter. Like, the whole thing is, it's just kind of where it is. I think it's going to be for the rest of the
really
thing.
Put things into bleak terms there.
Well,
poor Ger Martin.
I think everyone has that. He's just living it up, is the thing.
He is living it up. He could probably get eggnog year round if he wanted to.
He had his massive success, and then it's just like, hey, I might write this in 6 years, and everyone's like, okay, George.
okay, George.
Now, notice Kevin playing the old Great Kraken. Now, this is a critical card. Very important. Balin Greyjoy gets stealth, and then if you win an unopposed challenge, you can draw a card, or I believe gain a power, and then maybe something else, but you're going to draw a card.
You're going to draw that card.
Yeah, I don't know of anything
If Greyjoy ever have anything near card advantage, or at least card parity, they're going to be sitting pretty.
They're beasts, man. I was deck building with the Greyjoys, and it's just like, man, you have some really good non-unique characters.
That's right.
Just great strength, great everything. Very, very nice.
So run them. Get those cards in hand. Play the cards that you can. They're worth it every time.
I'll tell you what. If you want to be good at Thrones, every time you can draw a card, draw it, and every time you can take a card, take it.
Not 2.
There's 1.
Oh, there's 2.
Sneak attack.
Oh,
baby.
right, duh. Sneak attack. Sorry. Whoa! He got the moneylender out of there. That's a big deal.
He's got the old fish guy that can kneel a 2 cost location or less 3 cost location if you're going first.
What?
He has to kneel a 3 cost location.
Kneel to kneel.
It's kind of sounds
like a pretty good deal, actually.
It's like, oh wait, newly made lord, but
some of the
correct.
Not just insane.
Correct.
But I think newly made lord is going to be coming out in one of the earlier packs of the first cycle. I think he was spoiled partially.
One of the most unfortunately named cards in the game.
That's right.
Newly made,
just freshly minted.
I minted this lord for you.
Hot off the presses.
Now, keep in mind, Great Kraken you can use twice per round.
Which is insane.
Let me set this up. If Kevin, he's going to get 2 unopposed challenges. Asha's going to stand. This is going to be insane. He's going to get 2 cards. Robert, I'm willing to call it.
He's calling it now, everybody. Place your bets on whether Steven is right or wrong. Don't bet on the game itself. We are just looking for personal rectitude and certainty right now.
I'm willing to call it. Let us know in the comments if at this very moment, stop the video and let us know.
Pause.
I
agree with Steven.
Are you on Team Steven? Are you on Team Wrong?
Yes, because it's not about being on Steven's team per se. Is Steven right or wrong?
I've been on the receiving end of this.
And how wrong is he?
There's no Valor Morghulis in these plot decks.
That's right.
This is over.
Praise the Lord.
And look at the pillage trigger going to happen here. We get to see our first pillage trigger of Thrones 2.0
in the history of the universe. Coming at you live from GenCon.
So gaining 1 power, Kevin gains 1 power for the unopposed challenge, triggers Asha to stand, triggers Pillage to discard the top card of his opponent's deck. And here it goes. Boom! Gets a burn, man.
Burned men.
And is he going to trigger Great Kraken, or is he going to miss it?
They burned themselves, man.
He can't miss Great Kraken. There it is. After you win it, draw a card or gain a power. He could also rush here, but he's going to draw because he's good. There we go. Got a card.
It is.
Look at what we accomplished.
And then Alanis Greyjoy Morissette.
Yeah, Alanis 4, gonna go ahead and do a 4.
Oh, with the tickler?
Yeah, just in case there's craziness. There's no need to, and see, look, we got grips going on. See, you see Fire and Blood in the hand there?
Yes, I do. I see it.
We've got minus strength. That is why you swing with 2 characters here.
Boom. Oh, and the assassin.
Oh, we're going to put in the assassin?
Oh, ambush for 4. And then, will he be able to kill? I can't remember what the condition is on the kill with the ambush.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Let's take a look on that.
Let's take a look.
These are cards we don't have, everybody.
You guys have them, though. You guys are seeing them right now.
Everybody lined up at GenCon to get them.
Dude. So, and then we got a Fire and Blood to reduce strength.
Whoa!
Or to put the dead pile back into play.
The tables have been turned pretty well.
All right, so this is how this worked here.
Excellent.
Gonna take the intrigue. Gonna lose the intrigue challenge.
Game.
So puts the ambush guy in. Then plays Fire and Blood to get, I believe, Jaime shuffled back into his deck, and now is going to suffer the effects of the Intrigue Challenge, but wanted to get those key cards out of hand before suffering from that.
That's correct.
Here we go, and here's the claim.
Boom.
And there's the Arak. Drogo's Arak.
He doesn't get a great attachment, by the way.
Power Challenge coming in from Asha.
Both the 2 gold that he won't have to spend on it.
1 for unopposed. 1 for the Power Challenge itself. Steals the power from his opponent. Triggers Great Kraken to gain a card. And then looks like going to take this one home for dominance as well.
It's a very good deal.
Ambushes in his own burn men first.
Holy smokes. Surprise military icons and strength.
And then boom. What a genius. Kevin is running a clinic. That was
really well done.
Really good.
Yeah.
You don't need the gold for dominance. You may as well spend it. And then we go back around to the next phase.
That's right.
Taxation. You don't lose your gold. Everything's perfect here. This has just worked out beautifully. 4-card hand for Kinney. He's not liking this.
No, he is not.
I can guarantee you that.
Plot has been chosen. And we're waiting on the second plot.
The third.
Well, yes. Third for the third round, the second plot of 2. Depending on how you look at it. Steven is again wrong, however.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. Market 0, next frame. You find that assassin?
No. What is that? What is that assassin?
Yeah, he's got a reaction after he's been ambushed. It might even say, just put into play. It's the Queen's assassin.
The Queen. That's what I needed. What do we got? We got a Noble Cause here. That's going to reduce the First Lord or Lady on Kevin's side by 2, and it's a 5 gold. There are a lot of players liking this one. Wildfire Assault from Kinney. That's going to mean everything but 3 characters get put to the yard. The yard.
There are no milkshakes in this yard, by the way. Only death.
I'm agreeing with you completely. The Baratheons, though, there was tons of milkshakes.
They only have ice cream in the north, where they actually have ice to make the creamed ice.
Surely they...
but no sugar, obviously. That's a tropical product.
Surely they bring it in, right? They probably put it on wagons. We used to do that as people, right? We used to have ice wagons.
No, never.
You've never had an ice wagon?
I've never had one personally.
I don't know what to say.
Which means the entire history is questionable. JKLOL. They're very much ice wagons. From all over the place. All right, sorting this out, getting gold.
There's nothing to be done here on Kinney's side, is there?
I don't think so. I think he's just going to be battleship sunk. Unless he gets some baller dragons out and Denarius.
That's the thing. Like, so Wildfire is equaling the board here, which is good, right? So we're kind of equaled out. But does he have the characters to follow that Wildfire up to really push his advantage? And it's like, little dragon here, just not really doing it.
No, and the dragons are nice, but they are obviously meant to work in sync with Denarius. With her not out on the board, it's less of something to be concerned about.
I have played some Targaryen decks out of this core set, and the thing that I will say is that it's amazing how much they rely on her to be good.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, we've got a Tywin Lannister on the board.
Holy
I'm
smokes.
sorry, but like...
Yeah, GG. That guy is amazing.
Man.
Especially if there's any gold left over.
He was reduced by 2 on a 5 gold plot.
Mm-hmm.
It's so perfect. He's got... Kevin's got gold in. He's got reducers in. There's just no question.
Yes. And a Windermere, your personal favorite.
Oh, Windy. Way different this time.
Looking pastier than ever, by the way.
He's just a stealth. That's all he is.
That's right. Stealth.
Stealth and a power icon.
For 2. Is it worth it?
I sure wish he would save dudes like he did.
Yeah, well.
But that was pretty busted.
That's old Damp Hair's business these days.
Old Dampy?
They realigned how everybody in the Greyjoy Corp did business.
I like it, though, because they have to die first.
Yes.
To be proven to Dampy. He's like, okay, now I will bring you back.
Just imagine what Dampy thinks of old Tarly then, being the thrice drowned. I must think he's just like the coolest person on the block.
I can't imagine.
Besties for the resties. Am I right?
You're right. You're right.
All right, so we have, I'm assuming, an intrigue challenge coming in here.
You got to lead with the intrigue. I mean, if there's anything that we know from Game of Thrones, it's that challenge makes
the
big
moneymaker.
Bucks.
Boom, 1 card. With silly economy.
No, econ. Man, the fear of every intrigue challenge there is like, it's a gold location.
Yes.
I got nothing.
Dang it.
And hey, everyone, here's some hashtag pro tips here. Is hold, if you don't need your econ out, which a lot of times you don't, right? Like, Kevin's pretty well set up. We got a Dracarys -4.
Dracarys.
Is Asha going to die?
It's going to burn her away.
Now, she does have a bodyguard on her, and I don't know if this is a persistent effect or not.
I think it is. I think she's just going to get
is
wilted
it till the end
here.
of the turn?
I believe so. Oh, wait, we had a fact check going on here in real time. Looks like there might have been an incidental takesy-backsy.
Yeah, dude. Let's get on it. We're on it. There was a condition not yet met.
Do you have to, like, lose something?
You got to lose...
Can it only be played with Denarius in play?
No. It's got to be a dragon for sure, but it has a no attachments clause on it. And because Asha has a bodyguard.
Gotcha.
Oh, participating character.
Oh, she was not
participating character. So Kinney has revealed his hand. This is not what you wanted.
Oops. That's
that could have been a moment of Kinney to kind of get back in this game. Killing Asha here would have been a big deal whenever she finally swings in on that challenge.
Yes, it would.
You get to kneel a dragon or Dany, -4 strength.
Yeah, until the end of the phase. Yeah, the bodyguard would not
clears the
save
bodyguard
her.
out.
Mm-hmm. Would not save her.
Would not save her.
See it, not Dany.
Asha.
Asha,
man, and this version of her is so good.
It's excellent. Oh, Tywin coming in, angry pointer that he is.
Renown and +1 strength for each gold, and I do not believe that Kevin has any gold in his gold pool right now.
I believe you're right. But man, getting +2 next turn, going forward, unbelievable. Right, posed by the assassin.
Getting blocked by the Queen's assassin.
Renown nonetheless.
Takes one power for Renown.
Oh, Illyrio.
Gets him out of there. Get.
See ya. Don't want you hanging out here.
Yep, discarded. Not dead, just discarded.
Just see ya.
But in
Tywin says no.
In core box only, man, it's more or less the same thing.
It's true.
Not a lot of multiple copies.
Multi-cops.
But you have to oppose these challenges because
every time.
The Greyjoys are wild.
And they have the ability, especially with things like the Kraken, to gain power at a rate that doesn't quite make sense in traditional ways. So they can just start loading it up. Oh, there's a 2 extra that I wasn't really counting on. So read those cards, be familiar.
And they really do take advantage of the unopposed challenge. So you do want to stand in their way.
That's right.
As much as possible.
Turn those effects off. Off.
4th round, man.
Here we go.
Let's do it.
Plot chosen.
Let's see what we're going to plot here.
Oh, Tickler.
Tickler gets rid of a...
Oh, we were dominance actioning.
Yeah, he kind of did a little takey-backy there.
Okay.
Like, oh, by the way...
We put that plot down a little over soon, perhaps?
We're still in dominance, right? Yeah, okay.
All right, so...
Now Kevin is set to win this round, especially with Great Kraken out.
Oh, yeah, and Tywin.
Heads on spikes.
Oh, everybody's got heads on spikes.
Heads on spikes. All right, discard a card at random from hand to the dead pile.
We know whose head that is, right?
That is Mr. Nate French.
Nate French, that's what I thought.
Yeah, he's in there.
Couldn't be certain.
And Cal is murdered.
Oh, man.
Could have, again, been a bit of a swing here.
Goodness gracious.
I believe he had everything he needed to play him out.
That is sad.
But now he's dead.
Poor Khal Drogo. He never even had a chance to ride the plains one last time.
So
yeah, you're just dead, Cal.
Perhaps his body is still on a horse. We only know where his head is.
That's right. It's on this spike.
On the spike.
It's on that spike.
This is just looking wild here, man. Kevin on top of this thing.
Yeah, this is really gaining so much of a head of steam. It's going to be hard to turn it around.
But this is what happens, okay? This is what happens when you have this kind of format, right? Like you have a card pool that is pretty well set. Like everyone's more or less going to be using the same sorts of cards. You notice both players choosing Lannister for obvious reasons. They want the gold in the box are obviously really good.
They want the gold.
And then you have Greyjoys basically versus Targaryens, both very reasonable. But when you get full core box, you got 3 ofs, you've got multiple strategies you can employ, you've got various effects, even people like Varys coming into play.
Various effects.
Exactly. Then you have ways to kind of dig yourself out. You can build decks that are more resilient than some of these core set decks.
Resilient is not a character.
It will be.
It's just a word.
That would be a great Valyrian steel sword.
I am resilient.
Resilience. They call it resilience.
Yes. Oh man, the Joff entering the fray.
He's not going to do a thing.
Unless he gets the Widow's Wail, then he's a 5 strength Bicon.
That's true.
With something else, I think. You can ambush that Widow's Wail.
I like the idea. Oh, there's Dampy.
Dampfer.
Dampy. We haven't even seen anything die yet. I don't think.
That's
really.
Right. We have not. Not in a while. And this is one of those things that makes this format particularly interesting and hard to really assess that, like, in the core box, there is not a Valar Morghulis as a plot, but there is a Varys, so you have to draw him first, you have to get him into play, and all these kinds of things. So don't draw too many conclusions if you can help it from this particular game, because, well, even on that first turn where you get a put to the sword right out of the box, killing a super prominent character, that's significant.
Very significant.
But the odds of making that happen are minuscule.
Well, it just the variance is so high. You know, like you have these powerful effects in a 1 of or 2 of kind of situation, and it's kind of like draft in that way.
Like a beer.
Whoever gets their bombs first, typically is going to do quite
bombs.
Well. Nah.
No.
Card bombs.
Card bombs. Car bombs.
Card bombs.
Card bombs.
Oh, man, I could use a card bomb right now. There's Atlantis coming in. Going to blow up a location.
Unless...
Drawing a card? What is happening, Robert?
I think a card was drawn for reasons I cannot even begin to appreciate.
Oh, Atlantis, I see. I know exactly what happened.
Tell us what happened.
Atlantis defended the 4-strength Intrigue challenge coming in from Kenny here, and then lost that card to the Intrigue claim. And then Kenny drew a card from something.
Yeah, that's what I'm ultimately trying to figure out is why did that card draw happen? I can't put it together.
From something on
Leave us a comment,
the
please.
Board. Oh, Insight. There it is. Insight.
Oh, Insight. Derp.
Boom.
Herp. A derp.
Welcome to Game of Thrones 2nd edition.
Yeah, Pycelle has Insight. Hello.
Oh, that makes him so good.
It makes him way better. That's the best Pycelle we've ever seen.
Crazy.
In any format.
Kevin should be sealing it this turn.
That's right.
And then we have a military challenge coming through, opposing with the old Greyjoy vanilla warriors there.
And Tywin's going to be at like 11th strength or something.
Now, keep in mind, those Greyjoys, they're Ironborn.
Yeah.
They got killed. Dampy's going to bring them right back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know it.
And it's at the beginning of the dominance phase, which means they still count for dominance.
Whoa, dude.
Make sure that's right. I remember reading that and being like, that's insane.
That's very good, if it's true. If. It's a big if. All right, looks like we're coming through on a power challenge. Damphy and old Tywin. Tywin lending his insurmountable strength to this challenge.
It is insurmountable.
Insurmountable. Look at all that unspent gold in the form of Martell power tokens.
The Martell's got the gold.
It's the gold from Dorne.
There it is, man. Yeah, we're calling it.
Dornish gold.
Kenny says, no thanks, and Kevin walks away with the last round of Swiss.
Dang.
Undefeated.
Unbelievable.
In this tournament. And you can tell
really
why
that up.
This deck is just a powerhouse.
Yes.
It's playing fundamentals. It's got gold. It's got
very
resources.
aggressive.
It's got great removal effects. And it's got great tricks in the form of the, reduce a guy to 0 strength. Thank you guys for watching. This is just a fun little, really exhibition for Thrones 2nd edition from GenCon 2015. But as the game nears and the core sets roll in, well, you're going to get a lot more from us.
And if you want to get more from us, you can subscribe both to our channel and our subscription service. Get packs and expansions delivered right to your door automatically as they release.
That sounds great, Robert.
It's unprecedented.
I'm signed up. We'll see you guys later. Thanks so much for watching.
Peace.